Our coverage of the deadly DCA mid-air collision continues. We're joined now by Erika Armstrong. She's an airline and business aviation captain and pilot trainer.
Hey, it's good to be with you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Sorry to be here on a bad occasion.
Yeah, certainly. We wanted to ask you in terms of just kind of giving our viewers some deeper expertise in regard to what kind of communication goes on between air control and pilots. Can you kind of help us understand what takes place in the cockpit?
Sure. It depends on where you are. Actually, most airports in the United States are not tower-controlled airports. DCA is obviously a tower-controlled airport, and it has a special overlay of security on it, unlike any other airport in the United States. So anybody within a 30-mile radius of the DCA airport is in communication with air traffic control. What's a little bit more unusual is because there's so much military operation going on simultaneously. Tower or air traffic control is talking to the military aircraft on a different frequency. They're both in communication, but it's not necessarily the case that the pilots of a commercial airliner and the military helicopter would have heard each other. Sometimes, it's helpful for other pilots to hear where that other pilot is positioned. So it's just one little tiny element, I think, in the sequence here that added a layer of complexity to the situation. When you take the Swiss cheese model of an aircraft and aircraft accidents and you go back and you find all the mistakes, there really weren't that many mistakes in this situation. We're always trying to review and analyze so that we can not have it happen again. But most of the sequence here, the aircraft were in the right place at the right time. Even the military aircraft, helicopter, believed that he was in the right place at the right time. I think what happened is he had, when he accepted the visual responsibility of maintaining traffic separation, possibly had seen the other aircraft that was departing the area, thought that that was the aircraft that was in question, and continued to monitor that aircraft. So because this airspace is so regulated, your mindset is that you really don't have to worry about random aircraft coming into your airspace. If this is flying into an airport in Las Vegas where you have a lot of sightseeing flights and helicopters buzzing around, you're much more keen to unknown aircraft. That's just not the case in this situation. So just a tragedy all around. The industry is working really hard to develop the next level of traffic collision avoidance systems. Airborne collision aircraft systems is next on the slate. And it could have possibly even helped the Jeju flight with having the ability to detect objects in your flight path. The problem is information overload. We don't really want it to be tracking a sparrow that's a mile away, right? So it's the next level that we're going to see in the future, and hopefully these types of incidents can be avoided altogether.
Erika, we have 30 seconds before we have to go here. Last question for you. How could things change in terms of aviation safety? How could this crash lead to safer aviation travel?
Yeah, there are very few occasions where I see AI can be used in a situation like this. So there's, unless you count cards or you're a mathematician, you may not have heard the Monte Carlo process, but it's just taking just an infinite variety of situations, speeds, altitudes, momentum, plugging it into an AI consortium and predicting every possible outcome of 2 or 3 or 4 aircraft in the same airspace maneuvering to avoid each other. The problem right now is we really don't know which way a pilot is going to react. This type of system can detect slight movements within the aircraft and the aircraft around you. So, this is a great opportunity to highlight that technology and the need for us to find a better way to have the aircraft itself to be able to detect other aircraft in the area.
As we try to wrap our minds around what's taken place here, this incredible tragedy, we certainly appreciate your time, your expertise. Erika Armstrong, an airline and business aviation captain and pilot trainer. All right, we'll be back after the break.